It's 8:45, AM 1430, KRGI, 105.5 FM. Good morning. I'm Brian Gallagher. Carly Simonson is back from the Central District Health Department to bring us up to date on more of our child care discussion. We started this last week. First off, welcome back.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
Let's talk about phase two, because we were starting to talk about some of the highs and lows and needs and concerns, but we're not done.
No, what I would like to shed some light on today is the Hall County Early Education and Care Coalition, which was created here in Hall County to address and identify some of those challenges that we spoke about that surround early childhood education in our area. So this group or coalition is made up of organizations and individuals all from early childhood education that are coming together they held some listening sessions. So they held these listening sessions for businesses, for parents, and then also for childcare providers, just to try and hear those challenges from all perspectives and all angles.
I think that's a noble effort, because you're getting a very broad perspective. Employers know that if there is a child concern at home, that employee may not be able to come, and depending on the size of the business, it can have a very small effect or a very large effect. If it is a child care provider, they're the ones that are dealing with parents that might be going through this, yet they're trying to balance out their challenges. And, I can see that there's a lot of data here that needs to be sorted out.
Absolutely. So one thing that the coalition did was create an employee survey. So when we talked with the businesses at the business listening sessions, they had mentioned that they didn't know a lot of these issues from their employees' perspectives. Maybe employees didn't feel comfortable coming to them with these concerns, and they really decided that they wanted to get involved and they wanted to be supportive. So that's where we came together to develop this survey. It's an employee survey that will be sent out to businesses, but can also be accessed through our website at the health department, www.cdhd.ne.gov. It is on our homepage. And really the purpose of this survey is just to try and gauge the impact that childcare issues are having on the workforce.
I would say in the short term, you could look back as recently just a few years ago when COVID changed everyone's lives. Unfortunately, it continues to do that. There's still a lot of safeguards or concerns or, unfortunately, some effects on families that they don't want to think about. But yet, it brought everything to a halt. And none of us want to go through that again.
No, we don't. And we know that childcare really can impact a lot of different areas. It impacts the parents, like we mentioned. It impacts the workforce and the employers, and that in turn impacts our economy.
So is there a plan yet for the results of this data, or is this something where it's data first, then do your analysis and try to see what's next?
So the purpose of gathering this data, we plan to then use that to advocate to our local legislators and representatives in the community to educate them on this childcare crisis. Like I said, not everybody is aware of the full impact of some of these challenges. So we want to be able to present this data and really paint that full picture of what's going on and bring those policymakers to the table to start working on some real solutions.
Is there a timetable for this data gathering process?
We will leave that survey open through the end of February. We do have some site visits that we have invited our local legislators out for, and that will be on February 19th. We would hope to present them with some of the data from those first listening sessions and then some of the preliminary data from the survey as well.
But once that data's in, that's when the wheels really start to turn.
Yes.
This sounds exciting. I just think there's all kinds of possibilities, and there is a true need if you're willing to listen and you're willing to figure out, okay, what do we need to do next? What do we need to do now?
Yeah, it's definitely going to take a community effort. This problem can't be solved by one group. It's all hands on deck.
All right. Carly Simonson from Central District Health Department. If folks have questions, how can they find out more?
give us a call, 308-385-5175, or visit us on our website.
And the website, cdhd.ne.gov.
Absolutely.
Not bad for an old guy. Thanks, Carly.
Thanks.
Good morning from AM 1430 KRGI, 105.5 FM.